Hello there, welcome there, Twitch. Hello, hello, and well, YouTube first, and Twitch next, because that's the way I have it set up. Alright, hello, welcome, folks. Welcome, hello. Hello. Alright. Okay, pull the camera back. Clear the tables. Okay, this can be done later. The 3D thing. Okay. Put down the bed. Oh, hello, everyone there. I'm here to show one thing. First of all, it's not evident by my body that I would be a typical Able Gamers customer. And you would be correct in thinking that. The reason why I got this was because I have something similar for it for the Xbox Series S and Xbox One. It's an adaptive controller. Why would I have it? Well, I got an extra one, but the one down here is plugged into TRS cables, and the TRS cables are plugged into this interface which hook up a DB39. Okay, let's show that. Here's the thing interacting with the TRS cables. Here's the DB37 that you plug it into, and this is how it would work for the Xbox. Okay, and normally what I would do is I would take my Sinister stick, which is a TRS cable based fighting stick, which I'll get right now. I actually have two different models, and I'll test them with both. The 180 model. It can either be played like this, left-handed, with a left-handed stick, right-handed buttons, or it can be played like this, with a right-handed stick, left-handed buttons. And, okay, clear this table. I'm showing you that this is a right-handed joystick, and and what you do is you take one end of the DB37 cable, plug it into the Sinister stick. This is designed for a Capcom arrangement so that each individual controller has its own ground, and each is therefore taken to a TRS wire. And then this, where is it? Here it is. This other end, goes into, I do believe, this way. Yeah, this is the side for the Xbox. The other side is for Sega Master System. Yes, you could use TRS cables directly with Sega Master System if you have an original Sega Master System console. I'll plug this in. Okay, maybe it's upside down. Female, okay. Alright, gotta get the double male for that. Oh, wait, this is the side. Is that the side I want? No, this is the side I want to take. I think this is the side. This is the side I want. The Xbox side. Okay, there we go. Xbox side. And then what I do normally with the Xbox, it's an authorized Xbox controller because it's made by Xbox, is I hold down start, or make sure this is plugged into the Series S, hold it down for a couple seconds, and you'll see this turn on like it should. Like it should. Okay, alright. Xbox. See, it turns on like normal. And hold on, wait a second while this pops up. Pop up. Oh, yeah. Okay, you just have to hide your numbers when you sign in. So let me get out of the range of the camera and get my Xbox remote to type in the numbers. Okay, I'm out of range of all cameras, I believe. Okay. Okay. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, we don't need to. Oh, I got it. Okay, let's choose a profile. Top of 3 to 1. Go back, enter my number. Okay, let's get out of here. And I'm shutting this switch down, up, go home, A, okay. This works like normal. You know, a regular fight stick that I just made. Well, this is actually this part is professionally crafted by Stan Escalano of Salinas, California. Like before the Street Fighter 2 thing came up. Like just before Street Fighter 2 came up. 4 came up. Okay, that's how old this is. It still works. But now before Nintendo was kind of, you know, they're kind of frowning on third-party adapters like a Brook adapter, but they didn't really strictly enforce it by taking away your ROMs. Well, recently I was asking if using a non-authorized adapter with a different system console would qualify as violating the terms and loss of games. They said yes. So then I asked them, how come is it that the only way I could get a controller that works for it is through Able Gamers, and up until recently when I complained, there was a statement on Hori's website and Nintendo's website that said that the system was only to be sold to the intended demographic, which is people that are much worse handicapped than me. Okay, I mean, I admit my handicap's up here, not in here. But still, I don't pretend to qualify on this basis. But I'm thinking, wait a second. If Nintendo is threatening to take our ROMs away if we don't use an authorized Nintendo stick, then how would you use a hitbox with a Nintendo system? Or in my case, a righty-fighty. The only way you could do that legally is with this thing in the box from Able Gamers, which I'm going to open right now. It's called the Hori Flex. And I said, you probably would sell more of those if all I ask you to do is open it up to people who buy one of these, who want to buy one of these. And of course, you have to be a little more desperate than the average person to buy one of these. Because the only way you could guarantee your custom controller works with Nintendo without risk of ROMs loss is using this Hori Flex. And let's see how many people I got online. One person. Hello there. Hello there. If you see something you like, say something I like. And I said, well, for most people, $250 is a lot for a joystick. Without the joystick part, just the PCB. But when Nintendo is playing hardball with your ROMs, you have to kind of fight back with your own hardball. And I said, how are we supposed to use our custom, how are we supposed to use our custom hitboxes and other stuff if if we have to go through a Nintendo controller, yet at the same time you deny the only controller, you deny use of the only controller by the average person. So hopefully, if this does well, the average person who has a fight stick and wants to, let's see. All right, Able Gamers Charity. No special note. Thank you for shopping with us. And I argued with both Able Gamers and Nintendo that video game control access is access for all, not all except right-handed joystick users. So I guess Able Gamers and Hori and Nintendo agreed with me, and now anyone with $250 can buy this. Okay, Hori Flex. Let's see. That's Japanese. Doesn't translate much into English, so obviously this is not meant for general English consumption. So here we go. Open the flap. The Flex controller in download manual, telecharger. Oh, this is the, okay. French, German, a couple other languages, Japanese. Where's English? English. Okay, this is Japanese. I don't see English anywhere. No English. No English. No English. No English. But how hard could this be? If it's basically like an Xbox adaptive controller, it should be exactly the same, or close enough to the same, except it's made for Nintendo. Okay, here's the box. Alright, am I on camera well? Hello. Yeah. And we got the Nintendo Switch, which is a USB controller. So I will take this USB cord, okay, unswizzle it, okay, throw it in the garbage before it becomes loose. So okay, this is a long cord. Yeah, I know for the proper clientele it should be a long cord. It's just an extra bonus feature if I needed it. But yes, there's these buttons that you could use like a punch pad, I guess. You could use like a regular fight pad stick. So that's also there. But that's not the way I'm planning to use it. I'm planning to use it with my Sinister stick. So, okay, well, I'm going to need Velcro eventually. I do have enough Velcro, but as long as I don't mangle it and do stuff special with it. Okay. Alright, I could put it on this side, okay. I was going to put it on. The good thing is this goes on this side. This side. These are TRS cables. These are connected to TRS holes. These are connected to two different. Now originally this is supposed to be a switcher so that you could switch the joystick any way you want, but with this, that's become redundant. So, alright, so let's do this. Set my Sinister stick in left-handed mode, which is the normal mode. Okay, take out this cable. Take out this cable. Put this like this, so I see the color coding mapping. Alright, let's see. Okay, now I just gotta remember the Nintendo letters, because it's different than the Xbox letters. Okay, north, south, east, and west is pretty self-explanatory. North, north, north. Okay, here's east, east, south, west, and by process of elimination and the grouping, this one is north, north. Would it be better? And I might kick this, so maybe it'd be better if we. Maybe it's better to loop it through so that you don't accidentally kick it. Okay. I'll get something for this. Well, I'll get something for this, alright. Plug this in my USB adapter, which plugs into the switch. Okay. Alright. Then we... let's see. Okay. Put this back up. Then we take our colors. Our north, south, east, west, or A, B, C, X, Y, Z, the letter cables, the Sesame Street cables. And we do the following. First we find, normally this is B-A-Y-X. So B would be black, and we got two black ones. I forgot to put a red sticker on one of them. So let's see, this one says 4-punch, which was, that's right-handed 4-punch, so that would be left-handed. So that would go under B. The 4-punch label would go under B, because that's what 4-punch is in the right-handed mode. 4-punch would go under B. A would be purple. X is red. White. Okay. X is red. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's an 8th cable here missing. Where's the 8th cable? Is this it? Yeah, that's white. That goes under Y. White is Y because it would be gray and that'd be Y. The remaining black cable that I should label red is X. Right bumper. Let's see. These are the triggers. These are the bumpers. Right. Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah. Triggers on bottom. I think on Nintendo. I think. I'm not sure. Nintendo blue goes in right bumper, which is R. This is the main right bumper. Orange goes into ZR, which is the right, the other right. Green is the left trigger, the L, main L. And ZL is the yellow one, the back L. Okay. Now we just gotta harvest a couple cables from, let's see, let's see. I don't have enough TRS cables to finish the job, so I gotta, okay, well we have 3, but I just have to get double males. Oh. Okay. Let's harvest these Master System ones. Take out 3 of the stubs for start. Take out 3 of the stubs for start. Attach them to these. Start. plus and minus, plus, minus, and operating system are going to be random buttons. I don't know which one is which, but I will label them when I do that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Minus. This is gonna. Plus. I might have them in the wrong order. And home. Now we're gonna. Home. I don't have enough for the left bumper, right bumper, but my other one does. So we can do that. And let's start it. Oh wait, no, we can't start it. Yep, we gotta plug it in, plug it in. You plug it in this way. This side goes with this Nintendos and Nintendos. Okay, plug the other end in the USB. Oh, plug. Okay, first we're showing it working with the regular thing. First we're showing it working with the regular thing. I think that's I don't know what that USB is for. I guess that's for a second controller helper. I know some people need that. You know, but, you know. Alright. And one of these three buttons will activate the joystick. So let's see. Oh wait, I gotta plug it in the switch. Switch. There it is. There it is. Plug it into the switch 2. Made the connection. This goes up here into the switch 2. And one of these three things should work. Okay, maybe you have to actuate it normally, because I remember having to do this with the Brook, that it doesn't turn on its own, as far as I know. No, it doesn't. So turn on the C stick, turn on this one. Okay, let's. My eyes are up here. Okay, and it's gonna take a little while because it's processing for 3D, but it's not picking up right. Okay, I know how to fix this. Put this in here. Let's see if that'll do. And turn this on number 3. Okay, it's on number 3. Let's see if this works. Does this work? Oh, I gotta change the color scheme from RGB to YCBCR to component. Change color scheme from YCBCR to component. Take this out. Okay, I see the picture here. Now just gotta get to here. Let's see. There it is. Yes. Press A to continue. BA. Okay. Okay. Turn this on again. Let's see if this will work. Apparently not, but I have to get it to recognize. So therefore, A to continue. Okay, let's get our music back up here. Let's break out. Controllers. Change gripboard. Search how to pair controllers. Search for controllers. Let's see. I assume this cord goes into the USB cord of the Nintendo Switch, which it is doing right now. I think. Let's see. Search for controllers or change grip order. LR. Okay. Okay. Let's see if there's anything I'm missing. There's no cable. No cable. Let's see, is there power? No. No power. Okay. Let's see. Instructions. Let's find English. So these are all Japanese instructions. English instructions. Download complete instruction manual. Hori.jp/product/flex controller-en, or film the QR code. So let's do that. Let's take my camera. Go to camera, 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 camera. Okay, Hori.jp/products. Hori. The Flex. Okay, they did not take it off this part of the website. So now I'm in a conundrum. How to hook it up. How to hook it up. Okay, supposedly working right. Getting it to recognize. Didn't know recognize. Okay, yes, I know how to. Product does not have a gyro accelerator, ET rumble, NFC IR. Precautions when using the PC. This is not a wireless controller. Eye control. Okay. It should be working right. Alright, how do we get the switch to recognize it? The switch to recognize it. Getting the switch to recognize it. Support button on top, which would be the mode button. Let's see. Support button. Okay, there's a mode button. Let's see if that'll work. Capture PC. Oh yeah, switch it to switch. Switch it to switch. Switch it to switch. Okay. Switch. Okay, let's see if this works. Alright. Switching it to switch doesn't. Okay, this is Yellow. Okay, I don't know what the different modes mean. Let's see. No, that doesn't work. Red. Purple. Blue. White. Oh, I gotta hold this for a second. Okay, I'll turn on the switch controller again. I'll back up. Does that work? Do I have to power this in or something? Maybe it's not plugged in here. Maybe it's not plugged in. Let's see. Switch USB. Okay, maybe I have to unplug it and replug it for all I know. Boop, boop. Green, okay. Bump, bump. Okay, this is not going according to plan. Yellow. Point, I could just press yellow. YBYR. That's how you gotta press it on the controller. A. Oh, no wonder why it doesn't work. This thing's not plugged in. No wonder. That explains it. Okay, let's put it back on green. Let's put it back on green. That explains it. No wonder why the switch controller works, but not the... Yeah, okay. Now let's try it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, it's in left-handed mode. It's in... It's in left-handed mode. Jesus, up. Well, that's interesting. This negates. Let's see. If I put this in left-handed mode, then the right-handed mode should work for this. Let's see. Let's see if this works. No, you're just changing the physical switches around. Which means you set it up according to the way you do. Which means my sinister system is different. My sinister system is different because it does the converting from left-handed to right-handed out here, not in there. So when you have two of them together, they kind of both adjust, which when you're doing one or the other, adjusts it back to the other. The white button is always... Okay, so you have to plug it in front to get it backwards. Okay. Which means I have to plug these in. Okay, so it does work. Let's see. Okay, it does work. It does work as advertised. It just doesn't work as expected. We'll just say. So... this does work. Let's go to the... Okay, system settings. Because these colors are absolute relative to these. Because these are double wired. You can either wire them out the back or out the front. So, let's see. Press system. System settings. Oh, that ain't it. Ah! LR. 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 Okay, ZL and ZR aren't working as expected. Let's see, ZL, ZR. Okay, now here's home. Oh, there's home. Okay, that's home. Okay, good. Okay, let's get back to... Let's get back to system settings. Test the thing. Down. Controls and accessories. Grip order. Down. Update controller. Mouse sensitivity. Update. Test input devices. Test controller buttons. Right. Left. Up. Ooh, down and up are inverted. Okay. Down and up are inverted. Did I mess them up? Did I mess up down and up? Down and up. Let's see. South. South. North. Okay. Aha! Oh, I know why. This one locally is mixed up north and south. Vichyssoise. I gotta get that fixed. The local B. A. Okay. X and A. Okay. White. Okay. Black. Black is. Okay. I'm pressing this. Then X. Which one's X? X is black. B is. B. A. Okay, B and Y are swapped, so let's see, B and Y are swapped. B would be there. B would be okay. Okay, this is kind of confusing, but I'm just thinking. Okay, B A. Okay, so what is X goes into B? So let's see, X is black. Black X should go into B. X, Y, X. Okay, X and B are flipped. Okay, that's easy to fix. Now you don't have to solder in order to fix this. Let's see. B, A, X, Y, X, B, A, Y, X, B, A, Y, X. Right, left. Okay, ZL is not quite working right. Let's see, ZL. Okay, let's see that works. ZL. ZR, or R. ZR, the right. But, let's see, this is ZL. So, R and ZR. ZR, okay. Ooh. Vichyssoise. So let's see. Right? Zero, left, right. Okay, let's see. This is correct. Okay, Z and R have to switch. ZR and R have to switch again. Works as advertised. And let's just say I did not have to prove my handicap. But let's just say $250 for this versus $100 for that. That's probably a fair market price, considering the fact they want to limit it to as few people as me who need a right. Well, I don't strictly need a right-handed joystick, but if I'm going to perform well on a Nintendo video game that requires joystick-heavy moves, this would be it. A right-handed joystick. So the definition of need depends on I mean, that's the whole thing about the free market. The definition of need depends on what you're willing to pay, how many people are willing to pay, and stuff like that. So, but as I said, I mean, when I ordered it, I saw them take off that language on the text. Maybe that paper's old and has the old text, and that no longer applies. I hope that's the case, because if it is, I swear I did not. I swear I just ordered one, placed one, got in. The Hori website didn't have that warning saying for the intended clientele only. The Nintendo website didn't have that language. And Able Gamers did not ask, is this, ask in such a way that would disqualify me, saying, because as I said, some of my handicaps are up here, or here. I mean, I don't know which one, but not here. Okay, so, okay, that works. Let's see. That's the way you do the right-handed. Let's see what happens when you flop it to left-handed. Let's see if that works. Flop it to left-handed. Okay, mate. Okay, flop it to left. With a right-handed stick. Well, left-handed stick. Let's see. Flop it to left-handed stick. And let's see what happens here. Right, left, up, down, B, A, Y, X, R, L, Z, R, Z. Okay, that works. Test everything works well in the input. So, assuming I'm not in trouble with Able Gamers, because I did not do anything to circumvent this, except I called Nintendo saying if you're going to strictly enforce you use a Nintendo authorized PCB for your joystick, then you better make it a little more accessible than just I don't have to hurt my wrist in order to get one. I mean, that seems like to be the only way. And then the funny thing is, eventually some people do get physically handicapped when you don't expect it. I mean, that's a handicap that could potentially happen to anyone. I mean, you can't change the color of your skin. The society argues, depending on what your definition is of what gender is, you can or can't change it. I'm just going to leave it at that, because there's going to be people on some side that say, no, you can't change your gender, and others say, oh, yes, you can. So I'll just say, depending on what your definition is, you can or you can't. But in the physical sense of, you can't change it in the genetic sense. But you can go from able-bodied to handicap with one wrong move. That's most likely not your fault. Well, it could be your fault, but insurance probably wouldn't pay for that. But yeah, but you were doing everything the way you should, So let's see how many people I got. One person. Hello. Yes. So this does work. This does work well. Thank you. As I said, maybe that paper was old before you rescinded that rule about keeping it to only those who are handicapped at the fingers or arms or hands or something like that. Meaning not a mental, not emotional. I mean, hopefully that paper is just old. If it is, then, but still, I'm just saying, but when Nintendo decides that you better have an authorized PCB or else you're at risk of losing your games, that's when it becomes troubling. So, who knows? Maybe this will increase demand more and increase supply more, and both the people who do need it get helped in two ways, both having a cheaper version of it and having more available, while to the ones who don't need it, strictly speaking, are contributing to Able Gamers by them being the seller of these in the United States. So, yeah, that's I'm just saying. I know it's kind of a complex thing. Yes. I bought the Xbox adaptive controller, no questions asked. And I tried, and I stayed away from the Hori Switch for as long as I could until Nintendo started threatening ROM removals for using a non-authorized joystick. So, if you want to stay safe of the Nintendo law, but yeah, that's kind of weird. You have to either run afoul of the Nintendo law or the handicap law. But, I guess, yes, so, I do recommend it. Now I could play without fear of losing my ROMs, though I might have something to have to talk to about the handicap community about, but I'm just saying, hopefully others who see this will say, hey, I need one of those for my hitbox, or I need one of those for my, what other fight controllers are there? There's other fight controllers, like, mix boxes and WASD boxes, WASD boxes. So there is some, I guess there is more than just me. That's the community that would be using this. That is not strictly physically handicapped. This is a way to make your own custom controller. Artistry. Create your own controller, like I did mine, or this first version Stan made for me. Now let's test it with the other fight stick. Okay, let's test it with the other fight stick. Okay, we'll put this temporarily here. And this is my best attempt at a homemade ambidextrous fight stick. As you see on the panel, okay. You can play it left-handed if you do this, or you can play it right-handed if you do this. So let's test the other fight stick. This should be set up so that the Sinister plug works correctly. You map the Sinister club to the normal left-handed arrangement, and it should work. So, okay. This has dual umbilical cords, one for right side fighting, one for left side fighting. You plug this, take out this umbilical cord, put in first right-handed stick in the umbilical cord, and let's see if it tests right. Okay, got to get something important. Very important. A double, what do you call it? Double DD37 female adapter. I have one here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Double female. Because now it has a male side. Double females here, connecting two males. Properly mapped. Nope. Straight mapped. That's right. Okay, gotta take out these. Okay, I have another one of these. Let's see. Okay, I have another one of these, so I gotta get that. Okay, this one has a double end, so that will not work. I have one here somewhere. Okay, here it is. Another double female, but okay. Get out the screwdriver. Yes, I love narrating to myself because that helps me stay on task and focused. I just drift off to other places that I don't want to go. So you gotta keep your mind on this world and what you're doing right now. See, here's a double male one that works the opposite way, and doesn't have a bolt on both sides. So I gotta find the screwdriver to take out the bolt or something like that. Let's see. I have it here somewhere. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. This kind of. No, that doesn't work. Okay, gotta get a butter knife. Butter. Or my steak knife for to use for 3D. Or I could just use my nails. My ugly, grody nails that need to be clipped by a professional. Well, I can clip the fingernails. Toenails have to be clipped by a professional because of my diabetes. But yeah. Or I could use this. Maybe. Okay, yeah, I can use this. Okay, that doesn't fit deep enough. Knife. Oh, here's a knife. Knife, there we go, okay. Don't poke yourself with it. Okay. Okay, I think I got it started. Put it like that. Now, this is not exactly, I'm not exactly a shop guy. I was more the nerd guy in the math classes and science classes. You know, I was that guy, not the shop guy who knows how to use tools right. But yes. Yeah, that's the funny thing about video game joysticks. It kind of brings together the jock and the nerd. The nerd who knows how to build stuff electrically, and the jock who's able to physically use the tools to build it. Just like the subject of video games being the topic of following, while the actual performance parts being done by video jocks, in lack of a sense of a better word. That would have been one sport that would have been cool to have in my high school, video games. But yeah, and the geek didn't inherit the earth till much later. But yeah, so. Okay. By the way, if you see something you like, say something I like. See something you don't like, let me know. We'll discuss. Just type in what you're saying to Marge. My voice assistant will read to me what you're saying, because remember, you keep your eyes on the road, not on the map. That's how you do video games well. One person's watching. I don't know who it is. I don't know if they want to remain silent or if they want to identify themselves. It's their business whether they want to. This is taking a long time. Good thing we're not on broadcast TV where we pay by the hour or by the minute. It's like Al Capone's vaults. There better be something in there other than years old alcohol. I don't think it's even that. I don't know what was in Al Capone's vaults, but let's see. I think I'm doing it the right way, turning it counterclockwise when I'm facing it, which would be clockwise if I'm putting my back to it. somehow this has got to get back. Wait. Oh, I know what you need. Flathead knife. Flathead screwdriver. Okay. I don't know what took me so long to think about that. Flathead. Here we go, flathead. This will do it. The proper tool for the proper job. Don't try to improvise. Well, that's what happens when you do that. You make a fool out of everyone. Both yourself on TV and those watching you. So, okay. Thankfully, this is a very limited channel, and only one person's watching on Twitch, and no one's watching on YouTube. Okay, when we get this, then we'll test the flathead. Flathead. Okay, this is going way faster than it was before. Flathead. And it's less pokey than it was before. Wait, turn the clock. Which way should I turn? This is clockwise, which lefty loosey, righty tighty. So that means lefty loosey, which means we're at the 12 o'clock position, lefty loosey. Okay, that's how you do it. Admit it, it's boring. Okay, I'm just gabbing my way through, hoping I could keep you here long enough to show the other sinister stick I have for 2-player games. And yes, my friends can play right-handed or left-handed, however they choose. So, I don't dictate to them, but the world apparently wants to dictate to you to play left-handed joysticks. Not working right. Oh, I know what to do. Okay, I know what to do. Get a thing, a screw, a VGA screw thing, wherever that is. VGA screw. Okay, VGA screw. I think this one's it. Let's see if it'll fit. No, it's too big. Double. Here we go. Here's one. Okay, take this out. Not too big. Okay. Let's see. Get back. These VGA screws. Okay. Let's twist. Sleeping Time Bear in the Murder Squad. Down. Screw it in. Screw it out as a unit. No, that won't work. Screw this in on here. Let's see. Screw this out as a unit. How do I do that? Okay, I gotta hold on to this and gotta okay. Alright, these two are bound together somehow, and I can't get them apart. Okay, I need a double female for this to work. Well, I trust it'll work. If I could get this double female working. Double female, come on, double female. Wait a second. I could flip this, reverse it, and use the double male on the other end. Or something like that, I don't know. Get a cable. Get the cable. Okay, let's get this cable. Okay, we got a double male end. Goes in. Okay, double female end goes in. Okay, we got double female. Okay, double male end goes in. Double male end goes in. Okay, female end goes in here. Female end goes in here. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, creative thinking. You gotta think creatively. But it takes a long time to do. Okay, the female end goes in here. Here. Which means the other end goes in male, female. Hey, zingy, zingy, zingy. It works right away. Wait a second. Female, female, male, male. This should work directly. This should work directly. This should work. Ah! We wasted a whole bunch of time for nothing. Now let's see this work. Okay. I'll turn this back on. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's put this back and down. X. This is right-handed. R, L, L. Okay, these things are not as tight as. Okay, maybe that one. Right, left, down, up. A, Y, X, R, L, D, L. Okay. Red, okay. Let's test, okay. And then if we go, let's see if it's a physical action. Let's see, yeah, this is how you diagnose. So now let's put it on the other side and see if that remaps it. So take this out, point, put this in the other way, the left-hand mapping. And let's see if that works. Left, left, right, right, down, down, up, up, A, B, A, A, Y, Y, X, X, R, L. Alright, so, ZR's actually, okay. Alright, well, I think I've proven my point, and this is why Stan's joystick is a heck of a lot better, because it was professionally made, and this was made by an amateur. This was just to show off the design of a switchable ambi stick, and I'm going to hopefully get my next version made by Retro Arcade Crest, because I don't know if Stanley wants to do it as much as possible or not. I don't know if he's in the business of doing it or not. I don't want to ask. I mean, if he wants the business, you can talk to me. If he doesn't want the business, you know, I'll go find someone else. But yes, either way it'll work. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can live with it either way. So, boy, this is getting thirsty. I drink Pepsi Zero or I drink Zero Pepsi. That's why this used to be here and it's out down here. All right. So this is the special plea I'm asking for able gamers, who I thank for not super enforcing the physical handicap rule. I hope I made a difference in a positive way for everyone, both the people the able gamers is for, as well as for the people who it's not currently for. You know, hopefully it helps everyone. You know, maybe Nintendo will and Hori will make more of these because of hitboxes and other controllers that need a special PCB, and you can't get that generically except through the adaptive controller. So that was literally my only solution to get this to work. I'm just saying. I mean, I tried to avoid it before when Nintendo wasn't as vicious with their ROMs, but okay, I'm just saying. I mean, so remember, there are two things which we all are. One is a member of the human society. We're all related eventually to each other if you want to go back far enough. Two, we are all individuals. No two people are the same, not even identical twins. Keep that in mind when you deal with yourself and everyone else, and most things will work out for themselves. Goodbye Twitch, and goodbye YouTube.